Blockids is a game much like Breakout or any of the Brick Breaker style games, which is actually something I personally really love. I don't know what it is about these kind of games, but I absolutely love them. Since picking up Blockids, I've spent a lot of time in this one. It's got a few unique twists that I personally haven't seen in too many of these games that I really enjoyed. There are different view modes where you can view the playfield at sort of a 3/4 angle, or you can look at it from top-down perspective, or what I think's really kooky and would be amazing in 3D. It's kind of like first person, like if you were standing on the playfield. Kind of fun playing through some levels like that. It's really different and not an angle I've really seen in any of these games before. So I really enjoyed that. And another thing that I've never seen in one of these games, you can pick a character. So on either side, you've got a character and then someone, I guess, that is represented by the blocks that you're breaking. And you can watch them react as you either do really bad or really poorly, which is something I found to be amusing. I like using the mermaid character, or there's a robot that I think is also kind of funny to watch. But whenever you can see scantily clad women, I am a fan, so I generally use that character. Now there's two different modes. There's a free play mode where you have infinite continues, which is where I've spent most of my time because this game is pretty challenging. In the other mode, you have 2 credits and you really have to kick a lot of butt. Keep that in mind. I spent most of my time in free play mode and had a great time. But if you want to get good, going through with just 2 credits is pretty challenging at times. There are a lot of levels. I managed to play up to around level 35 before recording this review, and that was playing on the PSP. As this is a PS1 classic, you can download it and play it on either your PlayStation 3 or your PSP. I spent most of my time playing this game on the PSP, as it's one of those perfect games that if you're doing something where you've only got like 2 or 3 minutes to mess around, you can play the game, toss it into sleep mode, come back to it later, which is how I play a lot of these games on the PSP, where, you know, when I'm playing through something, I will do that often and just keep one game going and leave it in sleep mode and come back to it, back and forth. That's something that I appreciate. Your mileage may vary, but I do enjoy that. Now, in the options, the control options, it gives you the option to use the PS1 mouse. When this was originally a disc-based game, it supported the mouse peripheral. I did a little bit of Googling, and I saw an entry on Wikipedia that says you can use a USB mouse on the PS3 with PS1 games that support the mouse. I was unable to get this to work. However, I was using a wireless optical mouse, so that may have something to do with it. I haven't gotten around to trying one of my other USB mice, so there may be a setting that I'm missing. I might have to go into the settings, but I was unable to get it to work. I think this would have been a really cool game to have analog control like that with the mouse. I really wanted to try that out because there's sometimes when the little paddle just doesn't move fast enough, I think. So, you know, I would imagine if I had the mouse, I might have a higher level of control, and I really wanted to test that out. So if anyone watching this knows how to set up a USB mouse on the PS3 to work with PS1 games, let me know in the comments. I would love to give that a shot. As you play through the game, you'll notice that you get power-ups from extra balls. You can change the size of the paddle, and you can change its orientation. So it'll either, you can get a power down where it'll move the paddle further up in the field, which means you have less time to react, or you can move the paddle down the playfield, which gives you a little bit more leeway and time to react. So there is more to the game than just your standard brick breaking. Now, about every 10 levels or so, you run into a boss. There is a dragon, and in the beginning of the boss stages, there's a circle of what appears to be sheep, but it could be something else. They're pretty low polygon count models, but they kind of look like sheep, and they sort of dance around in a circle. You can take them out, and then the dragon pops up. Or if you want to try, you can try to keep the ball from eliminating the sheep, and then when the dragon pops up, you can bounce the ball into the circle with the sheep. One of the things I really enjoyed about this game, with the circle button, you can make the ball bounce. So if you've got a big wall of bricks, you can bounce it into the back and start cleaning up without really having to worry about anything. So you can rack up some really big points if you're playing in the arcade mode and going for a score, which is also very cool for people that enjoy a stiffer challenge. Oh, there's also a power-up that will advance you to the next level, which is another thing that's good when you're playing in the arcade mode, and you've got to worry about credits and extra lives. So there are power-ups. There's a little bit more depth to this game than some other Brick Breaker type games. I really had a lot of fun with this game. It'll cost you $5.99. If you have a PSP, I would say this is a great piece of software to keep on your PSP for any car trips, bus rides, train rides, plane trips. I had a lot of fun with it, but I do love this type of game. So this is a PS1 import, so it does have a little bit of Japanese in the menus, but not very much. You should be able to trial and error your way through it within a few seconds. But if you do want to look it up, you can check out monkeypawgames.com/games, and they have instructions, a couple of tips. They also break down what the power-ups are. A little bit of help for you if you really want to get into this game and start racking up some serious points. Overall, if you're looking for a Brick Breaker type game, I had a lot of fun with this. If you're a PSP owner and you don't have a game like this on your PSP, I would definitely say grab it, because these are great time wasters. I absolutely love this type of game.